Welcome back. A 6-5 win for Lafayette over their arch rival, the Lehigh Mountain Hawks, and head coach Alison Fisher will join us. Her first Patriot League victory of the season. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In the second half, you held the ball for, I'm going to say, close to 6 minutes. Tell me if that was the game plan and if you've held it that long ever like that.
I think there was one other time. I'm not sure. I'll have to talk to Katie Mishler. She's our stall specialist. Whenever we need to hold the ball, she's in the game, directing traffic, making sure we don't make any mistakes. But our shooting wasn't great tonight, so I knew that if we got looks at the cage, Alex Fitzpatrick played a tremendous game. She had 13 saves. We were, I think, 6 for 24 or something. So we knew as long as we had the ball, they couldn't tie it up, and we just figured we'd hold on to it until time expired.
Is that the first time that you've had a shutout half this season?
Absolutely, yes. No doubt. I think it's the first time we've had a shutout half ever in the last 5 years. But, we got lucky. Our defense really tightened up, played well. Mike Curtin came in and had 4 saves, which was huge. And then we were lucky enough just to be able to secure enough possession to obviously pull it out in the end.
The game started off a 2-0 advantage. At one point, they actually had a 5-4 lead. How big was that goal in the final 46 seconds of the half by White?
Huge. Anna always comes up big, and when the game's on the line, it's usually her that's making a play of some sort. We have the capability to make momentum-changing plays, and that was clearly one of them, and obviously it gave us some really good momentum going into the half and then obviously into the second half.
Clearly a big game going into the game, grand scheme of things. Was it a must-win? Did you talk about it being a must-win at all? What did you say to the team before the game? Obviously, Lafayette Lehigh gets you up for herself, but obviously big picture, big game in the Patriot League.
It's a must-win.
Yeah.
I mean, without a doubt. I told them in the locker room, our postseason play had to start today. We had to play like it was a postseason game. This team's never made it to the Patriot League tournament. It's one of their biggest goals. So obviously, we have to approach each Patriot League game without any regrets and make sure that we put in our best effort so that we walk away getting the wins we need to make that a reality. Today was a big one, especially because we've never beaten Lehigh before. This group's never beaten Lehigh. So it was a huge focus to make sure we took care of business tonight.
Was that more of by design the way that second half played out, or is it just that this is what the game presented itself and you were able to make that change on the fly?
Yeah, well, we certainly thought that we were going to shoot better. We have very good shooters. We're consistently around 50%, just under 50%. So I certainly thought that we would be able to put up more points. But Alex Fitzpatrick is arguably the best keeper in the league, and she kept them right in it. So, you take her out of the picture by not shooting. So that's what we decided to do once we got that 1-goal lead.
We'll get you out of here on this one because we know it's a little bit of a cold evening up here. We got
it's not bad at all tonight.
A little bit of celebrating to do for you. They face Gardaddy to start the second half. Your adjustments, and how much has your team adjusted since that happened against Holy Cross?
We've practiced it a significant amount. Yeah. Nobody panics anymore because obviously we have other threats. Anna, Kleiber, Jess, Cammie obviously got to the cage a lot tonight. And we've just learned when and how Addie's going to get open so we can get her the ball more effectively. So I thought we did a pretty good job handling it tonight. She was open a couple times. She got the ball in key situations, especially on the stall. She was able to get the ball in her stick, which was huge because she can, she's tough to get it away from. So I think that just fundamentally and psychologically we were in a much better place tonight. Going up, being confident, holding the ball, and knowing that we would do what we had to do to make sure that we came away with the win.
Epic smile on my face. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Great win tonight.
Thank you.
Let's bring in Cammie Linville here onto the set and talk to the senior leader here as we get set. And Cammie, your coach just said it here. Senior captain, what was your message to the team as you got ready to take on Lehigh for the final time this week?
We actually, as a senior class, made posters and put them in our locker room of the scores of the past 4 years. And freshman year was an embarrassing 20-4, I think. So we kind of stressed, each year we got closer and closer. Last year was 13-10, and we just stressed that this was finally our time to win. We're such a different team than last year. We're comprised of mainly juniors, seniors, a couple of sophomores and freshmen thrown in there. And we knew Lehigh was a young team, so I think we had the advantage of age on our side. And we also stressed this was a must-win to make the tournament. We knew we went 0-2 in our first 2 games, which was upsetting, but we knew if we won this one, we had a shot. So I think that was just the main goal of the entire game. This was it to make the tournament.
Cammie, I got to ask, when's the last time you played in a 6-5 game?
high school once we stalled the entire game basically, but I did not. That's not what I expected. But I know Coach told us they had a great goalie, so we were prepared for that. And I think she said it earlier. Once we got up, we just wanted to hold the ball, guarantee this win.
Tell me about your goal, because you started left, then dodged, went back left again, and was able to make it 2-0 a long, long time ago.
Yeah, what feels like a very long time ago. I think we came out with a mentality of just pushing the pace, trying to get up early, and just then we were going to hold it. So I think that's what we did. Then we kind of lapsed a little, and then once we got that lead, we just wanted to hold it and guarantee that we were going to win.
What does it say about your team able to make that adjustment on the fly? Because nobody says, well, in the second half we're just going to score one goal and take the air out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that says so much about the way that you were able to get it done.
No, I agree, and I think it shows how old our team is, because I know we did like a sub on the fly with, I guess it was 4 minutes left when we started stalling, and at that point then it was 5 seniors and 2 juniors, I think, on our attack. So I mean, not that we practice stalling really at all, but with all that age, we know how to work the ball and hold on to it, and duck under all the checks and make sure that we're not losing the ball in the last minutes.
When you talk about two things, because you play both parts, the defensive side and the offense and the attack. The attack, certainly with the stall in the last 5-6 minutes, but the defense putting up an unbelievable performance today.
I think a lot of our defense focus has just been taking risks. We're sending 2 to ground balls, we're firing behind the crease, we're just trying to really get at them, and I think we did an excellent job in this game. We've kind of been nervous to do it in past games and practices. We're kind of holding back and no one really knew why, and I think today we just really went at them. Every ground ball, there was 3 white girls on it, and we really came up with it and just worked it through the midfield.
Now, what does this do for your team? Because you had that first win in the Patriot League. It was a must-win. You've been able to make those adjustments. You know you can do it. How do you carry it forward?
So we have this week off with no midweek game, which I think will be helpful. And then we face Bucknell, which will be a good game to go off of this. I think they had a decently close game with Lehigh. I think they're pretty similar. So I think that'll be a really good game. And then we have Bucknell and then 2 more Patriots, American and Colgate. So I think we only have 1 non-Patriot game, Penn State. So our focus is really just getting to the tournament now.
Congratulations on a great win tonight, a 6-5 victory.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Cammie.
Thanks.
Awesome.
So, Matt, there you go. 6-5 win for the Leopards as they get their first win in the Patriot League this season. And the shots really told the story, 24-14 in favor of the Leopards.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talked to Coach Fisher at halftime. She was happy with the shots. They knew Fitzpatrick going in. That interview was very telling. They knew how good Fitzpatrick was going into this game. It was just a matter of converting a couple of chances. They converted 1 more, which is the end story, and all you have to do in the game of lacrosse.
Jessica Rothstein, the game winner in the second half, the only goal in the second half, as Lafayette pulls out a 6-5 win over their arch rival, the Lehigh Mountain Hawks.
A busy weekend for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Softball doubleheader, baseball doubleheader, kicking off a great weekend here on GoLeopards.com.
It's been a lot of fun. Now for Matt Panto, I'm Mick Moninghoff. Thanks for joining us this time around on GoLeopards.com. Once again, your final score 6-5 as Lafayette defeats Lehigh. So long, everybody.